As we were looking for grass for my wife's horse this morning, we went to a shop and they gave me a number. I dialed the number. It said worm compost Okahandja. Then when I arrived, I found out that this is the biggest organic place that I've ever seen. Look at all of that mulch. Look at that spinach. Outside there's fields and fields of lucerne. Lucerne is alfalfa, and they use it to cultivate the ground. Alfalfa puts nitrogen into the soil. So what they do is they plant the lucerne, harvest it a couple of times, and then they till it, and then they plant on top of it. And I couldn't remember them, but apparently I gave them a lot of worm compost for free and worms for free. So they were so happy to see me, and they said I could film a quick video on their farm, which makes me very, very happy because I had no idea what I was going to film today. This is one of the cover crops as well. They plant it to cultivate the soil. I actually have no idea what it is. It looks like a kind of mango, a grass that our local people eat, and they use this and then they till it in and farm mostly salads. Mostly salads for restaurant uses. As you can see, this is probably a hectare under shade net, and they have many of these, and they have hundreds of people working for them here. Below the frost coverage you can see there's petersilie. I can't remember what this is called in English. I think it's called celery. It's always stuck in your teeth, but it makes your breath smells very nice. Used as a decoration on plates mostly, and as a nice spice. So this is an area that they recently tilled. You see they turned that alfalfa, and they inserted the dripper irrigation, and now they are planting all kinds of salads in here. They grow through rotations like this. They have sheep on the land, and then they also have quite a bit of chickens. See, there's another operation of them in the back there. And this way they supply hundreds and hundreds of people with food. Some quick info on the town we are in. We are currently in Okahandja, is the name of the town, and it's called the Garden Town of Namibia. And Okahandja means the place where two rivers meet. So there's two giant rivers that meet here. I'd like to take you to them tomorrow. Always dry. The rivers are dry in Namibia. We don't have running rivers except some in the north. And then filled throughout the place is these giant camel thorn trees. This specific one is about 10 meters high, 10 maybe even 15 meters high, and they are filled with this incredible texture on their barks. And then they have this little pods, seed pods, that they drop off once a year, and this adds a lot of weight to all of the animals. It's very sweet, a bit hard. So if you want to break it, you have to sort of step on it like that, and then you've got these little black seeds in them. Now the interesting thing about the black seeds, see, that one's been eaten by a gogo, by a bug. That one is still healthy. The thing about those seeds is that you have to put them through an animal, or you have to sand them down before you plant them, otherwise they do not germinate. They get eaten by elephants, etc. in the wild, and that's how they continue to live. The interesting comment I received from Anthony Burke is regarding our grey water system, saying, is there no risk of hookworm? Your children are running around barefoot. Yes, our children spend a lot of time barefoot, not only because we think it's healthy, but also because we really struggle to get them into shoes and keep them into shoes. And then I don't know if it's a normal thing for parents, but we also deworm our children often. Deworm and you know, whenever you get one crawling past you on his front and hind legs, sort of grab him and put some dewormer in him. So I was wondering whether other parents do the same in other countries. Do you also feel the need to deworm your kids? Is it even necessary? For us, because our children spend a lot of time between animals, and sleeping outside and living barefoot and so on, we feel it's necessary. And then the grey water system, just to get back to the grey water system, the water never touches the surface, so it goes through a couple of chambers in the system itself, and then it falls into a drum, and then around the drum there's mulch, and then that seeps into the soil. But we don't physically use the grey water to water the plants. It seeps into the soil to then just water the papayas around it. And we split it into 3 groups, so that every third day we change the taps, goes to a different system, and that way more trees get some of the grey water, but it never touches the surface, and so we believe that sort of keeps the hookworm at bay. And then obviously the process it goes through before it comes out of the pipe, because it is also toilet water, so black and grey water mixed, goes through 6 chambers. The second one, last one, has got a bubbler in it. The very last one has got like a pool floater in it with chlorine, just to kill the last bacteria, and that's government specified. We have to do it like that. So but I think because we use it for the around the children and around the food, it is maybe a better idea to be over cautious on it. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of my video for today. I want to take you into the rivers tomorrow, but it just shows that a good deed that I did many years ago actually came back and gave me a video for today, which is fantastic, and gave me a reconnection to some old people that think the way I do.